So that is it. It's a wrap. Sting's final match is in the books. His career's over. Retirement in effect, man. And I gotta say, this just, after all these years of an iconic career from the icon Sting, this is the way it was supposed to go. This is a great send-off, a great retirement. And I ain't trying to get petty, but I'm just trying to keep it real. Thank God it didn't end after the WWE brief run. As we know, Sting, after WCW went under, and he always stayed away from Vince McMahon and WWE. He didn't sign with them then. And we know a lot of those WCW guys got buried. And even the ones that didn't totally get buried and succeeded kind of got, I don't want to say semi-buried, but like the Booker T stuff. He went on to be a world champion and everything, but some of the storylines and stuff they did was just outrageous, ludicrous, and it's a whole nother video, a whole nother conversation. You know, comment if you feel me on that. But that whole WWE run, when he finally decided to go there, the way it all went, and then the injury and him being inducted into the Hall of Fame and looking like that was it. Thank God that wasn't it. And here we are now, and it all went the way that it went, man. And you see, it was a momentous occasion.
So we bought these as a commemorative token of tonight.
The icon Sting. Evolution. Love it.
I asked for this opportunity. That's me.
Wow.
And that's you.
Wow.
On behalf of the city of Greensboro, we wanted to thank you for everything you've done here. I personally have seen you many times in this Coliseum. You helped put us on the map, as did you. And we wanted to proclaim today, the day that you're retiring, Sting Day in Greensboro, North Carolina. So I wanted to provide you this proclamation.
Very kind. Wow. That's incredible. That's a first for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a first.
Everyone who watched the match, Revolution, let me know your thoughts, how you felt that it went, man. As we know, they had to audible away from the original Ric Flair plans, but Rick was still there, 75 years old. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was there as well. You see, even though Rick couldn't get it cracking like he wanted to, he definitely took a mean bump, as you see him and the Dragon taking super kicks. Now, like we said, a lot of legends pulled up, and it was a beautiful thing, and we're going to get to that. But one legend that couldn't be there was Kevin Nash. As you see, he would be there in spirit. And, you know, Kevin Nash been going through some things. Again, that's a whole nother story, a whole nother video, which I tapped in on a little bit on my other channel that I'm locked out of. So everyone, please subscribe to this channel. Help me build this thing up as we talk pro wrestling in the comments, new, old, everything in between. That's all we do over here is talk. So make sure to subscribe. I want to hear from all the people, all the reaction to all the wrestling news and throwback stuff, all that. So subscribe. But more importantly, like the video as well. But more importantly, get in them comments. That's how we rock over here. But you see, as Kevin Nash took to social network to wish Sting well. And again, Kevin Nash going through some things, but he wanted to let his fellow legend wrestler Sting know he would be there in spirit. And you see, when one of these pro wrestling fans who was misinformed and I guess just didn't really know what was going on said, well, wait, what? Like, yo, it's Sting's retirement match, B. How do you not know? But the whole debate came up of Wolfpack, Sting, Red and Black, which I've heard on Conrad's podcast, that Sting referenced as tomato face Sting. I got a kick out of that. Or, you know, the black and white NWO Sting. And I just got to say, I mean, the red and black was cool to see, but to me, it's either, you know, the Crow Sting, black and white, or the super throwback, you know, which is so wild, man, with the NWO storyline, the fact that, you know, Sting, everyone thinking that he was a traitor and he betrayed them, how he cast himself away into the rafters for a while and all that, and donned that new face paint, that lasted all these years. That's just so dope to me, man. And so I got to go with the red and black, or I'm sorry, the red and white. The red and black was cool to see, like a one-time thing or something, but on a long-term basis, I wasn't really feeling it. And to keep it real with you guys, I just didn't really like the wolfpack, the NWO splitting into multiple factions and warring. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But Sting, Luger, and guys like that being a part of it, I just didn't like that at all. I just never liked the fact that Sting, who was WCW's last hope, who came back, like we said, after going away because everyone, didn't believe the Stinger, that it wasn't him. And we found out there was that imposter Sting, Jeff Farmer, who ended up taking that character over to Japan for a while and was successful as NWO Sting. But yeah, man, like for all that to go down and then Sting to later on come back and join the Wolfpack, I just didn't like it, man. And it's just kind of an example of how the Monday Night Wars, WCW winning the war, the NWO being one of the greatest storylines ever. Just the way that they could never put a bow on it and have that final payoff and just let it be in the right way, really kind of put a damper on things, as well as letting all those other guys join the NWO. Not like, hey, less is more. Let's not overdo this. But with all that being said, let me know your thoughts about Tomato Face Sting versus red and black, or I'm sorry, black and white. I keep saying that. But you see Nikita Koloff pulled up. We already said Ric Flair, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, DDP, Scotty Riggs, so many others. I said Jake the Snake already, I believe. But one guy that it was up in the air. There was a question, but later he confirmed that he was going to be pulling up. And, he basically said there was just no way there really was any question. I guess he just maybe, I don't know if it was for dramatic effect or maybe he was given a message by not saying anything, because anyone who really followed these guys' careers, there could just be no way that you could have Sting's final match and Lex Luger not be a part of it. As right before the match was getting closer and closer on his podcast, he basically spoke up and said he'll be there. Sting, his good friend who was with him through thick and thin. And you know what I mean? Like, how is Lex not going to pull up? So that was great to see. Although something that's messed up, I don't want to say messed up, but I'm a diehard Buffalo Bills fan. And a lot of people, Buffalo is a place that doesn't get a lot of attention a lot of time. Now, with the Bills back in the picture as being a Super Bowl contender, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, the amazing defense we got. I know people are going to bust my balls. We didn't get there. We will. Don't worry. You know what I mean? We beat Mahomes and the Chiefs. We just can't ever seem to do it in the playoffs. But that's another video, another story. You know what I mean? If you want to talk football with me, let me know. I'll link you to my other channel. And speaking of Buffalo, Mark Marrow, you see him wishing Sting well. He's actually from Buffalo, former Golden Gloves boxer. But we're getting some attention with, like I said, the Bills being back in the playoff picture, a Super Bowl contender, a legit Super Bowl contender. In hip-hop, we got Griselda, who a lot of pro wrestling fans probably know, West Side Gun, Conway the Machine. West Side Gun came out with, what was his name? Garcia in AEW, who's from Buffalo, when he won the Ring of Honor title and rapped and everything. It was lit, So Buffalo is getting some love. But a guy that's been from Buffalo all these years, and kayfabe storyline-wise, he never was known to be from Buffalo, is Lex Luger. He's from West Seneca, New York, or Orchard Park, New York. He was a great high school football player, went on to be highly recruited going into college and everything like that, and even played pro. But on social media these days, he talks about being a Bills fan and often reps for the Buffalo Bills. And it's cool to see Lex doing good as well, having the job with WWE with the wellness policy and speaking to guys about the pitfalls of addiction and stuff like that. Like, Lex, I heard him talk one time about how with everything he's been through and, all his losses as far as his physique and his health, that he's in a better place now than he ever was during those years. Things got ugly for Lex. And I see a fan too, that was commenting in the replies and stuff, talking about Lex being there, and they were bringing up Miss Elizabeth. And I want to know, like, everyone, do you not forgive Lex for that? Do you think it was a mutual thing that they partied together, and you can't hold Lex accountable? Or do you think you can hold Lex accountable, but you've forgiven him at this point? Everyone, tap in with it. I'm very intrigued to know. But Lex always reps for the Bills on social media, and then he's going to come out rocking some Atlanta Falcons gear. Come on, Lex. But all in all, this was a beautiful send-off. Maybe quite possibly could this be the best retirement ever, the best final match ever? I mean, like we said, Sting's career to end the way the WWE tried to talk him into with the Hall of Fame induction and all that. I'm so glad Sting changed his mind and we got this, and all these legends pulled up, right? Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Flair taking bumps in the match. Sting and Darby Allin turn it around for the comeback win over the Young Bucks. It was a great match, and this is just amazing. Like, what do you guys think? Is this the best retirement match ever? I want to know, bro. You know? But I thoroughly enjoyed it. And, something we got to talk about before we close this out, as we were talking about WWE, like, so often, the policy in WWE is don't talk about other promotions, don't give them any shine, don't really show them any love, let's just ignore them. And they actually did it a little different tonight and showed some class, and I gotta give them props for that, as Michael Cole gave a little speech on Raw, shouting out Sting and thanking him for his amazing career. Pat McAfee did, and then Cody even referenced him storyline wise, talking about a distraction, that Sting. So that was cool. They gave him his props and referenced him in somewhat of a heelish way, storyline wise, via Cody Rhodes. Well, I don't want to say heelish, but kind of heelish. But all in all, man, 2024 pro wrestling, everything going on. It's a great time in pro wrestling. And we just saw possibly the greatest, most beautiful ending to one of the most iconic careers in pro wrestling, and I love it. So I had to just come on here and talk about it and see what everyone out there in the blogosphere thinks. So hit the comments, subscribe. Much love. Look forward to talking to you guys in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.